unselfish play. That unselfishness became contagious. Ty Lawson showing you he's got some ups to go with that speed.
Gallinari with the crossover.
After the Nuggets' thrilling overtime win over the Sacramento Kings, we moved on to play the Cleveland Cavaliers on Wednesday here in Denver, and we had a huge letdown. We ended up losing to the Cleveland Cavaliers 100-99 here in Denver. Obviously not a game you expect us to lose, and not a game that you should lose. We fell to 22-18 with this loss, and it ended our 4-game winning streak. The Nuggets shot okay in this game. We were 43% from the field, 20% from the three-point line, 78% from the free throw line. 78% I'll live with, but if we would have made 2 more free throws in this game, we would have won. So that's very frustrating, and we couldn't hit a 3 all night, and the fact that we took 23s, you don't like seeing. We would like to see us be a little more aggressive. The Cavs, on the other hand, they did outshoot us in this game. They're 45% from the field, 30% from the three-point line, 83% from the free throw line. Once again, that a pretty inconsistent defensive outing from the Nuggets, not playing 48 minutes of defense, which you don't like seeing. I thought in the second half, our defense was pretty solid. But again, you can't expect to win in this league when you're playing half the game good defensively, and then the other half you're really poor. So was really unfortunate to see us kind of let this one get away and lose to a bad team in Cleveland. Now looking at some of the good things the Nuggets did in this game, once again the effort on the glass was pretty good. We out-rebounded the Cavs 46-36. You love seeing that. I thought for the most part Kenneth Reed and Al Harrington did a great job rebounding the ball for us here in this game. And we also out-rebounded the Cavs in this game on the offensive glass. We have 10 offensive rebounds, so they're 5 offensive rebounds. So you love seeing that. Did a pretty good job of getting some second chance possessions for ourselves, and then limiting the second chance possessions for the Cavs in this game. We did have 23 assists. Thought the ball movement was solid. Definitely could have been a little better though. We had 58 points in the paint. Did a pretty good job against some high percentage shots. Like I said, I would have liked to see us be a little more aggressive in this game, but 58 points in the paint is really good, and I thought we did a good job against some high percentage shots offensively. Also had 19 fast break points. Did a pretty solid job against some easy buckets in transition here against Cleveland, and our bench was phenomenal. Our bench outscored Cleveland's bench 46-23. You love seeing that. I thought our bench was a big reason we were even in this game, and that was a big reason at times where we were up by 8 points a couple times in this game. I thought the big reason for that was the bench. I thought Harrington played well, Miller played well, and I thought our second unit absolutely dominated the game. Now looking at the bad things we had in this game, once again, defense was not good. It was inconsistent. We give up 100 points to a team that's only averaging about 94 per game. That's 20th in the league. So you just gave up 100 points to a team that's in the bottom half of the league in terms of scoring points, which is not acceptable. And I thought our rotations were terrible all night. Our help defense wasn't good. Guys were getting lost on the rotations, and I think the lack of communication and just the inconsistency with our defense has really hurt us this season. So that's something we got to continue to get better at. I thought at times our rotations were very good, but again, it's being inconsistent, which drives me nuts, because it's like half the time our defense is good, the other half the time it's absolutely terrible, and I felt that way in this game. Like I said, just sometimes in this game our rotations were terrible. They were slow, and it looked like guys were getting lost on the switches, and I thought our bigs didn't do a great job of hedging on the screens. They did okay at some times, but again, it's the inconsistency there. So defensively, just not a good outing for us, and it's something we got to improve on. We gave up 52 points in the paint. Could have been a little better with our interior defense, especially down the stretch. Kyrie Irving got way too many layups in that fourth quarter, which obviously led to us losing the game. We gave up 15 fast break points. Thought defensively could have been better in transition as well. And we had 18 turnovers. I thought Ty and mainly Andre Miller were extremely careless with the ball here in this game. They kind of looked lackadaisical, if you will, when they were passing the ball, like they didn't care at times, and just made some really dumb and careless passes, which cost us turnovers in this game, wasted possessions for us offensively, which you hate seeing. And then Cleveland did a great job of converting off those turnovers. They had 24 points off those turnovers. They did a great job of capitalizing off our mistakes, and that was a big reason they won the game. I thought we played down to our competition here in this game against Cleveland, and we made way too many mistakes. And give Cleveland credit; did a great job of capitalizing on those mistakes, and it definitely came back to bite us here against Cleveland. Looking at some individual performances for us, got to start with Al Harrington. I thought Al played really well. He finished with 22 points, 8 rebounds. He was 10 of 20 from the field, but 1 of 6 from the three-point line, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. I thought Al did a pretty good job all night of being aggressive, attacking the basket. Most of his points came in the paint. Obviously, don't like seeing him take 6 3-point shots. That's one thing about Al Harrington that's kind of driving me crazy since we acquired him last year, is that he takes way too many 3-point shots. I mean, he airballed a couple here in this game. I thought if he would have stayed a little more aggressive, probably could have ended up finishing with like 28, 30 points in this game instead of just 22, but still, I thought Al played very well off the bench. Did get a lot of high percentage shots. Hit some big buckets for us down the stretch in that fourth quarter. I thought defensively when he came into the game, he did a pretty good job of containing Jamison. And all in all, played well. I thought was pretty good on the glass and just played with effort, played with energy, intensity all game, and did a good job attacking the basket for the most part. Ty Lawson also had a pretty solid game. He finished with 18.6 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, but he did have 7 turnovers. The efficiency that Ty has had in these first 4 or 5 games in the second half of the season definitely wasn't existent here in this game. I mean, to have 7 turnovers, that's not acceptable. I mean, that's terrible. I thought Ty, some of the passes he made in this game were absolutely just really poor passes and poor decisions by him. Was kind of careless with the ball in this game. That definitely hurt us, and those turnovers were a big reason we lost this game. But I thought down the stretch, Ty did a pretty good job of kind of dueling with Kyrie Irving, kind of keeping up with him. Ty hit some big shots for us down the stretch. Did a good job being aggressive in that fourth quarter. I thought he wasn't as aggressive as he should have been early on in the game, but as the fourth quarter rolled around, he definitely picked up his aggression. And defensively, was pretty good on Kyrie Irving up until that fourth quarter, and did a good job of matching his production. And I thought Ty played pretty well for the most part. He was 6 of 14 from the field, 1 of 4 from the three-point line, and 5 of 5 from the free throw line. So he didn't shoot too well, but I thought okay outing for Ty, but definitely would like to see him take care of the ball better in this game. And lastly for us, Andre Miller was good off the bench. He finished with 16 points, 4 assists, but also had 4 turnovers. So in this game, we commit 18 turnovers total as a team, 11 of which come from our 2-point guards, which you can't have happen. I thought both Andre and Ty were careless with the ball. Andre finished 5 of 7 from the field, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Did a good job of being more aggressive in this game offensively. Did a good job of drawing some contact into the foul line. But again, him and Ty, the turnovers they committed definitely hurt us. For the Cavaliers, it was really Antoine Jamison, Alonzo G, and Kyrie Irving that hurt us. Starting with Jamison, he finished with 33 points, 9 rebounds. He was 11 of 21 from the field, 3 of 6 from the three-point line, 8 of 9 from the free throw line. I definitely thought he took advantage of Kenneth Faried in this game and did a good job of coming out aggressive and was kind of hitting on all cylinders. I think in the first half had like 25, 26 points, which is just absolutely ridiculous. We kind of got lost on Antoine Jamison with some of our rotations here in this game. But I thought when Al Harrington came in the game, he did a great job of slowing Antoine Jamison down and then forced him to work on the defensive end in terms of guarding him. So I thought Harrington did a good job in this game and did a great job of slowing down Antoine Jamison in the second half, but still giving up 33 points to him. You don't like seeing that. Thought defensively could have been better on him, but you got to give Al some credit for doing a good job of slowing him down in the second half. Alonzo G finished with 19.7 rebounds, 4 steals, 3 assists. He was 7 of 12 from the field, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Had one play in this game where he put mainly Chris Anderson, but both Chris Anderson and Faried on a poster. Did a pretty good job of attacking all night, got to the foul line, and was aggressive and did a great job of affecting the game in a bunch of different ways. We really had no one that slowed him down. And then lastly, Kyrie Irving finished with 18 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals. He was 8 of 16 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. I thought we did a good job of keeping Irvin out of the lane in the first half and being aggressive with him and playing physical with him and doing a good job of sealing off the lane and forcing him to kind of give up the ball and did a good job kind of taking him away, if you will, in the first half. But he came out in the fourth quarter and no one could check him. I mean, no one did a good job of stopping him, at the point of the attack, and then he just did a great job of doing a good job of taking guys off the dribble, whoever we had on him, and then getting into the lane and getting too deep in the lane and getting easy layups at the rim. I mean, he was really kind of the main reason they won this game. We couldn't stop him down the stretch, and no one could check him, and I thought our help defense was absolutely terrible, and we had no one to protect the rim, and it definitely hurt us here, and Kyrie Irving took advantage of that and just made big plays down the stretch for Cleveland in that fourth quarter. And then obviously Ty missing the layup as the buzzer sounded off. That's a shot Ty's also got to hit. So a lot of things didn't go our way, and one of the biggest reasons we lost this game was because of Kyrie Irving. Just no one sealed off the lane in that fourth quarter, and he just took it get to us. So tough loss for us. Definitely a game that you shouldn't lose, and I felt we played down to our competition, which was very disappointing to see. And I think the Nuggets will only take a next step once they get that killer instinct and they don't lose games like this, which is I think something that's still lacking for this team. So tough loss for us. Congrats to the Cleveland Cavaliers on ending their 6-game losing streak. We got to look to bounce back and try to get back in the win column.